So our Florida Sandy has to drive to Orlando today. And this hip opening class, psoas, this is going to be for Sandy. This is one of her requests that she brings into us. So come on down to your mat. Again, whatever leg position. Close down the eyes. Maybe a hand to the belly and a hand to the heart. And feel into your space here. Feel into the space you created around your mat. Feel into the space you're creating with your breath. Feel into not just our physical body, but our mental, our emotional, our spiritual. And just this morning, just take a deep breath in through the nose. Let the breath go. Let the body melt. And just release whatever the to-do lists are, whatever has to occur today. You've gifted yourself this time to just be here. To just breathe. So feel the breath. And let the breath fill you. Take 3 more full rounds in through the nose to inflate the chest and the ribs and the belly. Exhale to release all the tension or tightness you might feel in the body this morning. And then refresh yourself again with an inhale. And release with the exhale. Last one, big breath in. And as you let the breath go, let's draw the knees together. Use your hands so you're not using those inner thighs here. Draw them together. Roll to one side. And come back down onto your back body. Make sure you have your block or your towel nearby. Take a full body stretch here. Fingers to the toes. Just feel into, maybe move the shoulders from one corner of the mat to the other. Shimmy out the hips, maybe move the heels. Let's take a full body inventory here because we're going to go into the hips here, our human junk drawer. So bend into the knees, draw the knees into the chest. And as you draw the knees into the chest, again, I always say let the tailbone come with you so that the stretch isn't just through the hips, it's through the low back. And then take a rock. And notice what you notice. And then dropping the feet down, coming into that bridge pose. We're going to come into supported bridge this morning. So your choice, and Jane, I'm thinking about you. If we're using a block, again, allow the larger part of the surface of the block to support your sacrum. If your block isn't comfortable, you can take your towel or a blanket and drape over it. But as you press into your feet and lift the hips up to come into that bridge pose, set the block. And as you drop the hips back down, again, it should feel like a nice shelf. So find what's comfortable, and it shouldn't hurt. It should be comfortable. So use your towel over the block. Some of you have cork blocks. I'm watching you now. If that's too hard, use your rolled up towel. Sandy, you look like you're high on yours, right? Is that okay? Yeah? Okay. All right. So here we come. The weight shifts again into our shoulders. So squeeze your shoulder blades underneath your body so that you're opening up through the chest. Lift the head up just a bit so that you can tuck the chin in. You've got length in the back of the neck. And then draw the right knee into the chest. So the left knee is bent, just draw the right knee in. A little bit of compression there into the right hip. Release and draw the left. So we're elevated and we're using our breath. Return to the right and the left. And then draw both knees in. So if you need to hold on to your block here, draw the knees in, draw the tailbone up, nice stretch. And then take legs up the wall, or mermaid pose is, I think it's the yin name. So the soles of the feet come up to the sky. Again, take the heels higher than the toes. So begin to activate the back of the legs. Draw the belly in, re-soften the breath and the face. Maybe a couple point and flexing and circling through the ankles. The spreading of the toes, the pointing of the big toe, some movement into the feet. Then come back to that flex. Flex high now, heels towards the ceiling. Let that activate the back of the legs. And take a breath in. And then as you're ready, legs go wide, right and left. A big wide V here. Heels on a diagonal. Begin to open up the inner thighs, outer hips. Then point and draw it back up. So bellies in. Let's move with breath. Flex. Legs wide. Any amount. Gravity is going to take them where they're going to go. Point and return. 5 on your own. Maybe each time, legs relax a little bit more. We get a little bit deeper. And then we point and come back. Your breath, your body. Take 2 more. And we're all going to meet in that wide V. So the wide V here, heels out on diagonal. Toes are pointing down towards you, down your knees, towards your body. Take a full deep breath here. And then just settle here for 2 breaths. As the breath relaxes the body, muscles begin to relax. One more full round of breath. Then point the toes, and notice as you point the toes, as you're in this wide V, what activates here, the quads, the knees, the muscles around the shins, and draw it back up to legs up the wall. Take a moment, roll through the ankles. So now we're going to flow this a little bit. On the inhale, flex and open. Exhale, one leg's going to go down towards the back of the mat as one leg comes over the head. Half circle with the legs. Inhale, bring it back to that wide V. Half circle the opposite way. Other foot over the head, other foot long. So begin slow movement here. The femur is going right through both of the hip joints. Feel into internal, external rotation, just movement and fluid through the joint. And then let's hold whichever foot is over the head, hold there, hover the other one at the end of the mat, soften through the shoulders, notice your breath. Big breath in. Circle half the other way, other foot comes forward, other foot back, pause. Come back to that wide V. Again, flex those heels away from you, really active legs. Then point and draw them together and into the chest. It's a nice hug here. Keep the right knee in, extend the left leg long. So mine is hovering right now. I'm tight on my left hip flexor, but if you can allow that heel to come down to the mat and press it away, just pause there, relax the body. This is a nice big stretch into the psoas. So right knee hugs in, left leg long. Heel might touch, just depending on the height of whatever your block is here. Hug the right knee in, stretch the left heel long. And just pause and breathe. This is big right here. One more full breath. And then slowly draw the left knee in. Extend the right leg. So take your time. Let that heel press away from you. And if it hits the ground, it's perfect. Press it away. Slowly begin to feel into the right hip flexor as you draw the left knee in. We notice our breath. Should be no effort here, right? You're totally relaxed with breath. Press the heel away. Deepen the stretch. One more full breath. And then bring both knees in. One more time. Squeeze them in. I'm going to reach down from my block just for a little support. Drop the feet to the mat and then slide them forward. So both legs as long as you can. Keep a bend if you need to. So this isn't a back bend. You're totally supported in the pelvis here. It is an opening to the whole front of the hips. And draw a deep breath. And then one at a time, pick up the right foot and plant it next to the sit bone. Pick up the left. Bring it into your bridge pose position. As you take the inhale, lift up the hips. Keep the hips up here just for a moment to get the stretch through the quads. So the knees go back towards the back of your mat. Lift the hips higher. And then maybe notice what happens if you just come up onto the balls of the feet. Just deepens it just a bit more. But again, no weight in the head, no constriction here in the neck. Take a full breath. And then nice and slow, bring the heels down and the hips down. Allow the spine to now find the support of the mat. So here we're flat. Take a moment. Let the hips level. Spine releases. Walk the feet right and left. Take a little windshield wiper. And as you windshield wiper, as we go to the left, just drop those knees there. Whole upper body still at rest. Pick up that left foot. Place that left ankle outside of the right thigh. Let the knees here hover to the left. Stretching from that outer hip down the IT band. Maybe you accompany that with stretching the arms overhead. Wherever you are, don't bring in any tension here, just breathe. Hips are deep. Big breath in. Release the breath, draw the arms back if they're overhead. Release the ankle, take the windshield wiper. Bring the hips neutral first so you can feel the spine, then begin the movement. And we'll take it all the way over to the other side. Hold now, knees to the right. Pick up the right ankle, place it on the outside of the left thigh. Let the weight drop the knees closer to the mat. Notice again the ease in the upper body. Take the full breath so you can relax the lower body. Feel the nice stretch here. And again, maybe you take the arms overhead, complete the full body stretch. One more breath. And then release the arms back, release the ankle, bring the hips back to neutral first and swipe it just back and forth. And then we'll just kind of roll over to one side to make our way to all fours. Taking a couple cat-cows here. So stacking through your joints. Drawing the belly in. And as you're ready, lifting that tailbone and the heart as the belly drops. And then round it in. And take the breath in. And as you exhale, press into the palms here. Stay right here in your cat pose. Tailbone tucks, chin tucks. Press into your palms. Draw the belly in. Bring space into the whole back body. Separate through those shoulder blades and breathe into the back of the heart space. Take one more full inhale. And an exhale here. And then bring yourself back to a neutral table, belly in. We're going to bring the big toes together, the knees as wide as you can. So we're not going into our frog pose, we're going into a child's pose. But with the knees as wide as you can get them, if you can even bring yourself up first to sink the hips, you're going to get all of this opening through the pelvis and the hips. Walk the hands forward. So press into your palms. Let the chest, let the shoulders sink down. Maybe the head finds the pillow or a block or the mat. The heart begins to lower. The hips, we press into the palms to just send the hips back whatever amount. And then release all effort here. So maybe the forearms come down, forehead comes down. 3 full breaths as we close out this practice. Here, your focus is relaxing now through the inner thighs and the hips. Maybe shut the device off. Find a couple minutes to see where you can find the ease in this pose. Deep breath in. Full breath out. Namaste.